Good evening, new students of BUA. I am so delighted to greet you this evening. My name is Mary Rangel, and I've had the privilege of working with you all throughout the summer, either through emails, texts, phone calls, or just receiving your application. It's been wonderful to get to know you that way, and we are so excited that you're going to be joining us at BUA and becoming a BUA Eagle. Tonight, we are hosting your BUA Essentials orientation, just basic things that you need to know about BUA as you become a student there. And I just want to take care of some housekeeping items. If you haven't applied for your financial aid and you're eligible, I encourage you to do so. And if you have not applied for a recruitment scholarship and you're a full-time student, I encourage you to do so. And if you have not enrolled, I encourage you to do so. If you have any questions about how any of this works, be sure and contact the admissions office. If we don't know the answer, we'll find out for you. We'd like to get you enrolled. We're having registration tomorrow from 9 to 5. So come on out and speak with your advisor and get enrolled in those classes. You're gonna love them. Classes begin on Monday, the 24th, and we're so excited to have you here as a part of the BUA Eagle family. Welcome to BUA. We're so excited to meet and greet you this evening. We're going to have a welcome by our president right now, Dr. Abe Jaquez. If you don't know him, you will get to know him because Dr. Jaquez is very student-centered. So we have a wonderful leader, and that has a lot to do with why you chose BUA, because we're a wonderful university. So we have a great leader, and I'd like to introduce to you this evening Dr. Abe Jaquez, President of Baptist University of the Americas.
Thank you, Mary. And we are so grateful that each of you are here. You know, this is kind of historic. We've never done orientation or anything to this magnitude over online. And so you're being a part of history right now. And we're so thankful that you're a part of that. I'm so glad that you're here and on this Zoom call. I think you're going to get some really good information that's going to help you transition here at BUA, but I want you to know that we're happy that you're here. I know that we're all in different places, and that's kind of the way it is right now, right? We all do everything by Zoom right now, and that's just the way it is these days, but we are thrilled to have you back this semester if you're a returning student. If you're a new student, we're thankful that you have chosen BUA as to be a part of your educational journey, and that's what you're about to get on. If you're a new student, you're about to get on a new educational journey that's going to take you to places you never thought would take you. You're going to learn things you never thought you could learn. And at the end of the day, you'll be prepared from BUA to enter into the ministry place or the workplace. And we're thankful that you have allowed us, and that's what you've done. You've allowed us to be a part of that. I want you to know that each of you have been prayed for. We've been praying for our new students. At least I know I have been doing daily. I know our staff has been as well. And for our returning students, we've been praying for safety for each of you. We've been praying for God to make a way for you to be at BUA. And then we've just been praying that when you get here, that you would use this opportunity and you would seize the moment. That word is carpe diem, seize the moment that you have the opportunity now at BUA to really be a student, a great student here at BUA. I want you to know that whether you are doing face-to-face or virtual or online classes, or maybe you're doing a combination, if you find yourself at BUA at some point, I would love to meet you if you're a new student. Feel free to come up to the office and make an appointment. I would love to do that and have a conversation with you. If you're a returning student, I want to visit with you as well. If you've come to BUA, you've noticed that we've done some social distancing there at the school. And so that looks a little different. But again, we're trying to do all we can do at BUA to make sure that your safety is our utmost concern. But more than that, that you feel comfortable, ready to start a new semester. These are exciting days, aren't they? These are really exciting days to start a new semester. And I want to read a verse of scripture to you that I think might encourage you as you start this new educational journey. It's in the book of Joshua. I think you know it, but I want to read it so that it can encourage you. It's in Joshua chapter 1, verse 8. And it says this: keep this book of the law always on your lips. Meditate on it day and night, so that you may be careful to do everything that's written in it. Then you will be prosperous and successful. So if you want to be prosperous and successful at BUA, the Bible says, Keep God's word close to your heart. Make that the most important thing. Be in love with nothing else but Jesus, and he will do great things in your life. So welcome to BUA. We are grateful that you're here, and I'm looking forward to visiting with you one-on-one if that works out. If not, we could do it through Zoom or through FaceTime. So we'd love to do that. We're glad you're here and welcome. And I'll turn it over to Dr. Cortez.
Thank you very much, Dr. Jaquez. Dr. Jaquez is beginning his 4th year as president at Baptist University of the Americas, and we're definitely excited that he's here and to be able to serve alongside him. My name is Gabriel Cortez. I'm a chief of staff here. That's my official title. As part of being chief of staff, I oversee enrollment management, student services, and other things like that. And we'll share more about student services here in a bit. The first thing I wanted to kind of talk to you about is what BUA is doing, right, in response to everything that's happening in the world right now. And a lot of students want to know, right now, and a lot of parents want to know if they have young students going to college, what's the university going to be doing to try to keep people safe, right, or do our best to do that. First of all, we are committed to follow guidelines from the CDC, and of course, we have to obey any city and county orders and restrictions when it comes to COVID-19 and the pandemic. Again, to do our best for people to be safe and well and healthy. As part of that, if you are coming to campus for face-to-face classes, or if you're taking your classes virtually or online, but you're coming to talk to somebody here at the office or talk to a professor, just know that there's a few things you gotta keep in mind, right? And these are common to all of us nowadays. None of this is new, because wherever you go, these are in place, right? Make sure that if you have any kind of symptoms that are similar to COVID-19 symptoms, that you stay home, right? And if you feel like you need to get tested, get tested. But one thing we are asking all our students, and even our staff and faculty as well, is if you got any kind of symptoms, if you don't feel well, if you feel sick, we love you, and we love seeing you, but please stay home until you get better. Get tested if that's something that you feel like you need to do. If you have to do that, if you're taking face-to-face classes and you have to do that, notify your professors, right? Notify your instructors. They will be more than happy to work with you. They understand, like you do, that we are facing unique times, and they'll work with you when it comes to your classwork. All right, so you just want to make sure that you know that. Whenever you come into the building, if you have to come in, one of our employees will check your temperature to make sure that you don't have a fever. If you have a temperature of 100 degrees or more, you're not going to be able to stay in the building. If you do have a temperature on there 100, you're welcome to come in. However, we ask and require, as the city and county does right now in San Antonio, that you wear a face mask or a face covering over your nose, over your mouth, the entire time that you're here on campus. No matter where you go here in the building, we need you, and we do that as well. Unless we're in our own offices by ourselves, we don't have to wear a mask. But if we are out and about or meeting with somebody, we all need to wear a face mask. And then, of course, we are putting some measures in place, and we're asking people to do their best to stay socially distant from others. I know one of the things I miss most is hugging people, and shaking hands and patting people in the back, or doing a fist bump here and there. So we just can't do that right now, again, because we're trying to protect each other, protect our families, keep everybody safe and well. So just a few things just to put that out there again. everybody's used to these. We're all dealing with these constantly. And then I just want to make sure that you know that even though we're trying, Fern, if you can go to the previous slide, we as BUA, we cannot keep you, we cannot prevent you from being exposed, from contracting or even spreading COVID-19 while you are using BUA services here or you're visiting a BUA. They just, no matter how hard we try, we cannot keep you from doing that. And we're hoping that no one in our community gets sick. But all we can do is try to keep you from uh, getting the virus, but we cannot assure that you won't. There's no one in the world can do that right now, right? No one can assure you that you won't get sick. But we've been blessed. Dr. Jaquez kind of tells we barely had any kind of issues here with COVID-19, whether here in our building from staff or faculty or students. We've been blessed. God's kept us safe from that, and we're praying that that continues to be the case. Right. So that's it as far as COVID-19 protocols, essentials. If you haven't yet, Mary's going to send you a list of all the protocols. These are just like the main ones. There's some things going to be done in the classrooms, professors, etc. We put some things in place, and feel free to, when you have a chance, to look at those carefully. I'm going to go ahead and also share some information with you about academic affairs. Our academic dean is Dr. Sam Garcia. If you haven't met him yet, you will. I assure you, you will at some point. He's been a tremendous blessing here at the BUA. He's been on his role as dean since early 2020. He's doing a fantastic job. So I just want to share a few things with you about our academics and our academic team here at BUA. There's a few things there on the screen. I do want to, on the COVID-19 side, just to let you know that if you have face-to-face classes, we have placed a clear barrier. It's like a clear curtain, and the professor will be teaching behind that curtain. Again, the idea is to protect you, right? So there would not only be distance, but there will also be a clear barrier between you and the professors. And of course, we are following the directions from the city and county on the number of students that we place in a classroom and how far people are from each other. So we wanted to make sure that you were aware of that. All right, so we're known for our great teacher-student ratio, which means that basically we have 11 to 12 students per professor. We have small classes, and that's a big deal. So many schools out there, they just have, I mean, my son went to a huge school and they have classes with more than 100 people in them. And it's hard to get that attention from the professor when you have a group that large. But we're blessed that we have smaller classes, and we're intentional on that so that we can provide the attention that the student needs from their professor, etc. You probably already know this. You have three options when it comes to how you want to take your courses. You can take them here in San Antonio in our building, or you can take them from home or from somewhere else. And on the somewhere else piece, you can do virtual classes, which means that it's online, but they're going to be through Zoom, kind of like what we're doing. There will be a set day and time of the week that the class will meet. You will hear and see the professor, and the professor will be able to see and hear you. So that we call that virtual. And then you have the online classes, which is a lot of individual on your own work and communication with the professor, and you can pretty much do an online course. It's very flexible, right? On when you do your work, when you log in, when you respond. So it works for a lot of people. So you have three options: face-to-face, virtual, or online. And like Mary said, if you haven't enrolled yet, I know all of you have applied or being accepted. If you haven't enrolled yet, please make sure you do that. And then you would choose classes in one of these methods or a multiple of these. Um, on our professors, we have a lot of professors with doctorates. They're very well, highly educated, and they have a lot of experience in their field, no matter what their area is of expertise, the degree they teach, they're teaching because not only they have the education in that field, but they also have a lot of experience in that field, whether it be Bible theology or business or music or human behavior. They've been there, they've done that, and many of them are still doing that as well. So I think that's a great thing that you can receive here at BUA. And all our programs are growing, they're thriving, they're doing well, from our Baptist Bible Institute to our ESL program to the Associate of Arts and the 4 BAs. It's been a time of transition and kind of crazy with this virus and the pandemic, but we feel real good about where each of our programs are right now. So that's it when it comes to the academic piece. And I'm going to pass it on to Terry Martinez. Terry, are you with us?
Hi, everyone.
Wonderful. Terry is our Learning Resources Center Director, which is where our library is located. So she'll share with us some key things that you need to know about the library or the Learning Resources Center. If you have any questions, feel free to kind of jot those down, put those in the chat, and at the end of our presentations, we'll be happy to answer those. Terry?
Sure, thank you. Well, hello, everyone. This is my first time doing a Zoom meeting, an orientation through Zoom, and I wish I could see all of your faces. I'm imagining that you're all happy and glad to be here, and we're glad to see you too. I just wanted to cover a few things as far as the Learning Resources Center. You might have questions about what you actually get through the Learning Resources Center. First of all, normally we're very personable. We want people to come into our facility. And just like Dr. Cortez said, we have created a situation where you can feel safe and you can feel like we are watching out for your health and well-being. We have disinfected everything. We have a way to use a UV scanner to disinfect our books. We require a face mask when you're in there. We provide sanitizing stations. So you can feel pretty comfortable in there. If necessary, we can do no contact checkout. But let me just go through a few of our resources. And if you have any questions, I'll repeat it again later on. We do have our own email. It's called reference.desk@bua.edu. And that email goes to me and my student workers, and we will answer your question as soon as we can. Our library is staffed by myself. I'm the full-time employee, but student workers play an important role in the library. Many of them come from all around the world, so it's an opportunity for you to get to know people from all kinds of countries, and we help each other. So first of all, books. We have 3 kinds of collections. The first one is a reserve collection. That means that the academic department has put books on reserve for you related to your courses. Not every course has a book on reserve, but many of our textbooks are on reserve, and you can check those out for a couple of hours at a time in the library. The other kind of collection we have is a reference collection. This is a collection that does not get checked out of the library. It is for those who are studying, researching. It's meant to be used in the library, and you may use them in the library as long as you need to, but that's a reference collection, no checkout on those. And then we have our circulating collection. Those are materials, about 22,000 items that you can check out from the library in the printed book collection. We also have available an electronic book collection. Many people are not aware of that, but if you get into the habit of using our Spectrum catalog, you will see a designation of EB, which means electronic book, and you can read those online in the library. The other resource we have for you are our EBSCO databases. These are very scholarly, peer-reviewed materials that you have access to for all of your research. We will give you a password once you are officially enrolled. All you need to do is ask us for it and we'll give it to you at that point. You can use those for conducting research, and there are tutorials in that EBSCO database that you can walk through yourself, or if at any time you feel like you need to get a little more help, feel free to contact me. I also teach the Foundations of Academic Research class, where I cover many of these sources that we're looking at today. Next slide, please. So these tutorials are part of our virtual professional assistance. And how that's going to work for you this semester is always feel free. I am 8 to 9 p.m. at night available to you for virtual reference service. What that means is if you need help structuring a research plan, or you can't find resources, or you don't know what words to use for the EBSCO databases, feel free to contact me at any time and I will help you through that process. Okay, next one. In addition, we have what is called collaborative research spaces. These include things like a copy center, a group study space, and a computer lab. Normally, the copy center is available at any time. You will be given a password that is unique to you to make your copies. We make sure that the copy area is clean. We provide hand sanitizer there so you can feel comfortable using it. And we also have group study space for 2 or 3 people at one time. We do maintain that physical distancing requirement, but our room is big enough to accommodate 2 people to 3 people at a time. That is by reserve only, so that we can make sure we have a good handle on who comes in there, and so that everybody has an opportunity. If you want to schedule a time, again, referencedesk.bua.edu. And then the computer lab. In the library, we have our computer lab that right now we can fit 4 people in there with enough distance between them. You do not have to reserve your space in the computer lab. Just come in, sign in. And again, we're available to help, not with real technical questions, but very basic research questions or word processing questions. All right, the next one. And finally, this is a very important thing to know about, especially if you're one of our students that are outside of San Antonio, and maybe you can't come into the library. There is a service called TechShare that you can get through your public library, no matter where you are. You're Dallas, Fort Worth, Seguin, it doesn't matter. You can go to your nearest public library and request a library card and a TechShare card. TechShare allows you access to local public libraries and academic libraries at no cost. So please take advantage of that, especially if you are outside of our San Antonio area and you want more resources available. This is a free service. So again, I know that's a lot to process, but if you have any more questions, contact me as needed. I have included my work office number there, but I'm happy to give you my personal number. If you can't get a hold of me, just contact me at reference.desk@bua.edu. Good to have you all. Look forward to meeting you.
Thank you very much, Terry. And Terry's been at BUA for a long time now, and she's done a great job there as director of the LRC. I wanted to go ahead and talk a little bit about student services real quick, and what are some essentials that you need to know. Our student services office is here on the first floor of BUA. Again, if you're not in San Antonio, that's okay. You can still reach us here at the school. Student services right now incorporates Mary's office, which is admissions and international student. financial aid, the registrar, recruitment, and just student activities, events, etc. So we're here to serve you. Starting last Monday, we're here every day, all day, 8 to 5 at least. So you can reach us here at the school at the 210-924-4338 number. I wanted to reiterate, right? I know Ricardo Cancino, our IT guy, director, is going to mention it, I'm sure. BUA email, okay? BUA email. After you become a student, all our communication with you via email is not going to go to your personal email, okay? It's going to go to your bua.edu email. Ricardo will share a little bit more of that with you. Just keep that in mind. And again, he'll provide more details, but news, announcements, scholarship information, just a lot of things go to the BUA email. So make sure you have that working and that you check that. I would say at least once a day. All right. Also, there's something called a student handbook. All of you, whether you remember or not, when you applied, you signed that you would follow the student handbook and the policies and the rules that are there. If you haven't yet, just take some time at least to kind of look through it. You can find it on our website, bua.edu, under student life and campus policies. You will find our handbook for this next academic year. One thing that I want to make sure that I'm sure you know this already, BUA is a Christian university. Okay, we're a Christian university. We follow Jesus Christ and his teachings. We're not perfect by any means. None of us are. But we are a Christian university. Now, does that mean that you cannot be a student at BUA if you're not a Christian? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We have students that have different faiths and religion that are our students here at BUA, and we respect that. We just want to make sure that you know, coming in, right, that we are a Christian university. That means we will talk about God, we will talk about Jesus Christ, we'll talk about the Lord. Your professors may make reference to God and Jesus. They may pray in class before class ends or at the end of class. It's just part of the identity of who BUA is. So we expect our students to behave in a Christian way, in a way that follows the teachings of Jesus Christ. Again, we're not asking for perfection. I'm very far from it, and my wife can give you plenty of testimony on that. But we just seek to do what is right, seek to do what the Bible says, and we are committed to that, and that's important to us. So just keep that in mind as you begin your journey here at BUA. As part of being a Christian university, we have chapel. Chapel is a requirement for students that are in the Associate of Arts and Bachelor of Arts degrees. Chapel normally it's a face-to-face thing here at BUA. We have an actual place that we call a chapel that students meet and they sing songs of worship to God, and we pray and we have speakers come. Chapel happened Tuesdays and Thursdays every week during the semester from 11 to 12. But of course, right now we need to do things differently. So chapel is going to be online. It's going to be online. And what that means that when you enroll, they're going to enroll you in the chapel class, online chapel. And Ricardo again may share some of this later as well. And you would watch two messages, two videos messages per week. And these are like 15, 20 minutes long. And then you'll have a few questions that you will need to answer. And that's it. That will be your chapel requirement for the semester. So twice a week, you'll log in, or maybe once, you'll go and you'll watch both and you do your questions. They're very simple questions, just to make sure that you did watch the videos, and you submit those, and you're done for the week. So we've asked pastors and leaders from all over Texas and beyond to share a message with us, or a testimony or a word of encouragement. So that's a requirement for you. You'll be able to do that online, and you'll get more information on that starting next week. Uh, Another thing I want to mention, it's the university provides counseling services at no cost to the student. So if you are in need of somebody to talk to, we know these are crazy days, especially nowadays during a pandemic. We have a licensed counselor. We have 2 counselor interns that will be providing counseling services to you at no cost to you. It doesn't cost you anything. They are available 3 days a week. One of them is bilingual, English and Spanish. One of them is going to do sessions virtually like this. And you can make an appointment with our student services office and see a counselor and just talk to somebody, a professional that you can talk to with all confidentiality, right? Protected. You can just share your heart and what's in your mind, and they'll be able to kind of help you and guide you through where you're going on. So I wanted to make sure that you knew that you have that, even if you're not in San Antonio, you can do that from where you're at if you need to take part of the counseling services. And last thing I want to say, we also have to help with the communication. If you have a Facebook account, look for BUA Student Life group, and you request to be a member of that group, and then someone from our team will accept you, and you will be a part of that group. And we make a lot of announcements. We share a lot of information, a lot of resources with students, and we'd love to make sure that you can connect to that. All right. So that's it for me right now, I think, Fern. And so I'm going to pass it on to Ricardo. He's our Director of Information Technology. He's the one that keeps us going when it comes to technology, not only us, but also our students. So Ricardo is going to be sharing his screen and share some important information with us.
Yes, I'm gonna share my screen right now. There we go. Now, first of all, I wanna say a welcome to all of you, and this is a blessing that you are with us. And I can share with you that I have the experience to be a student as well. I was on your side. First of all, my name is Ricardo Cancino. I am from Monterrey, Mexico, and I am the IT director at Baptist University of the Americas. Basically, I am overseeing every technology aspect of the school, related to the school. If you can see some wires around the campus, well, I touch them. So it's something that is, I am related with all of these. If you have issues later with technology, feel free to contact me, and we are here to for helping you. And this is my my information. If you wanna later on, you are gonna notice, or you're gonna receive an email. Here is my contact information. Just feel free to reach me by email in case if you have any issues related to IT, or even if you want to share something on your theology classes, business, I can help you as well. If it's something related to math, feel free to contact me as well. I love math. I want to share with you something that we have on our campus that is our student portal. But we recently changed our platform. Right now we are using Blackboard. It is a new technology BUA adopted for our student database. Probably you are related with this platform because when you are applying to the school, when you are filling your application, basically you are on the system, and conforming you are advancing on your admission process, your accesses are going to change, and then you are going to see other screens. I'm going to show you in real life what is happening with this tool. This is the login platform. When you apply to the school, you can see you see something like that. Your login is going to be your BUA email once your enrolling is completed. In this platform, you are going to be able to see your classes. Every class you have, every professor. They have all your assignments there. You're going to be able to see everything, or what is your next assignment, your schedule, and other stuff there. The first part you're going to see is this welcoming page. You can see all the features you have on the platform here. And then you can just go into every of these to know how the platform works. Once you are on the platform, this is your dashboard. If you scroll down, you're going to be able to see all your classes. This is a test environment, but it's exactly the same you are seeing on your platform. You can see every class. If, for example, you want to click in this class, Christian Ethics. The professor, Jesse Rincones, he already has all his information. You can see the schedule, the professor, and all the information about the schedule. And then the bulletin board of the class. This is a description of the class. And then you can see pictures or your textbook, everything related in general for your class. On this part, you're going to be able to see all classes you have. As Dr. Cortez mentioned a few minutes ago, we have the chapel online. You're going to see something similar. This is a test environment, but you're going to have a bulletin board giving you the welcome to the class, and then you're going to be able to see the topics. On the topics, you have the links to the chapel speaker. This is just an example. Once I am here, I can play the video, and you're going to be able to watch the chapel speaker. After that, you can come here and then fill the application form. It's like a questionnaire. This is a test, and then you're going to be answering the questions and then submit it. Yep. So this is how chapel is going to work. And everything is within the platform. In this platform, also there are an important tab here that is resources. As once you click there, you're going to be able to see all these resources. Mystery mentioned a few minutes ago about the resources about the library. She mentioned about this username and the password. Everything is here on this resources tab. You don't have to be Don't be a panic that I don't have this password, I need to access it, and I'm not at the school. You can come to this part and you can see this, library resources. The student handbook, Dr. Cortez mentioned the student handbook. If you want to consult something, you can come here and you can just download or check the PDF file. Also, besides of the options Terry Martinez mentioned, we have another free online books here. So there are some options. You can just come and check them. And if they are working for your class, feel free to access them. They are free. And also we have the tutoring university. So you have questions or you wanna do a paper and you have some questions about it. You don't know how to write it. Probably we're gonna hear about the MLA and Torribian a lot in all your academic experience at BUA. They can help you how to deal with those issues. It takes time, but at the end, you are gonna love MLA. Once also you have the scholarships, some scholarships forms here. This one is for the MFA. This is if it is a renewal, and this one is for the first year. If you are a new student, feel free to come here, download this application, and then you can fill it out. Also the short marching. And also you can see the academic calendar here. You can consult all this information on the resources tab. Now, in My Day, you can see all your progress, your schedule, assignments, class enrollment, something we're gonna see in a few minutes, your classes, resources, and then the billing part. I know something is not gonna be fun all times. So once you come to billing, you don't have to come to the school. You have to go to the school to do a payment or see something related to the billing. We have here this billing tab. If you have some balance there, you can just come here on this option and you can do the payment online. You can select the method. If it's by credit card or if it's by debit card, you can choose that option as well, and then follow the instructions. It's the easiest way to make a payment. Just going here. We have also some news and obviously the calendar. Everything is gonna be accessed by your BUA email. We are gonna talk about it in a few minutes. Something important that I wanna let you know here. When you are on this part, it is important to come to your profile. This profile is where your name is and where the picture is. You can see here, the general information. You can see settings. In these settings, it's important for you to notice that we have notifications. You can add your cell phone number here. It's not by default. You need to do it by yourself. Just come here, go to edit, and then it's gonna be on a process of validation of the phone. And then you can select, I wanna receive an email and I wanna receive a text message when a professor add an assignment. In that way, you're gonna notice that a professor uploaded the huge paper I have to do and the due date is tomorrow. So you're gonna notice that. If not, you are gonna miss it. So you have this option. It's important to be notified, and by text message is sometimes it's comfortable to receive those notifications. Let's go back to the presentation. As you notice, we are on a virtual environment right now. This COVID situation put us on this virtual environment. We had that plan, but COVID just to make it faster. So right now we are using Zoom to deliver our virtual classes. I think it's something that it is general around. Everyone knows how to use it. The professors, they are already trained on how to use this platform, and all the virtual classes are going to be delivered through Zoom. If you can download the application on your computer, it's going to be the best experience for you. Now, once you are enrolled, that means once you have your classes on your schedule and you already did all the billing part, you are going to receive an email from me. Some of you already received that email. That email is going to contain your accesses. So you are going to have your email. You're going to have the network access. You're going to have the print code Mr. Reed mentioned a few minutes ago. These accesses are going to send it to you by email. About the network account, Mr. Reed mentioned the computer lab. So we have some computers around the campus. Some of them, they are on the language lab. Some of them at the library. So you need an access to a username and password to access those devices. I'm going to provide that to you. That means when you hear the term network account, okay, that means the access that you need for access the computers on campus. We are offering, we have Office 365. That means our email is hosted in Microsoft servers. Everything is online. With our BUA email, every email account we have has the capability to download on your computer a Microsoft Office for free. You can do that on 5 devices, until up to 5 devices. So that means you can install Microsoft Office with your BUA email on your laptop. You can download the apps for your iPad or on another MacBook or on another computer. You have that resources available for you. Also, we have OneDrive. OneDrive is the cloud storage, and with our BUA email, we have one terabyte available on the cloud. So that means you can storage all your papers and pictures on this drive. Talking about the print code. So just remember, this print code is unique and is connected directly to your ledger. That means it's going to your billing part. So be careful with that. I'm going to provide that to you on an email, and also that print code is printed on your student ID. We are going to talk about it in a few minutes. So once you are at the library, the computers are connected to the printer, so you can print from the computers around. Also, if you have a pen drive and you already work on your papers on your own computer and you want to print, you have to save the file in a PDF format, and then on a pen drive you can connect that pen drive to the printer. The printer is similar, is exactly the same we have on this picture. So you need to connect that, authenticate with the print code you are going to receive, and then you can print, or you can make copies. Also, we have an alerts and notification system. It's Bright Arrow. So you are going to receive notifications similar to the school districts. We are going to send notifications when we have some issues around. You're going to be notified. We are going to use this system just on emergencies or important information that you need to receive. We can use a phone call and a text message, and also an email. That is the main one. Talking about the BUA email. So it's the official way to keep communication between you and your professors and your classmates. If it is something related to BUA, the communication is through the BUA email. We encourage you to use it. There is the professors, they have instructions to not answer to to a different domain because we want to keep everything under the same domain. This email account, you're going to receive it on an email once you complete your enrollment. That means when you add your classes and you are complete on your billing side. If you already received this email, feel free to go to the links I added on that email and start using the BUA email. The password I added, I'm gonna add it, and I added on those emails is temporary. That means the first time you need to change it, just keep it safe. And the same username and password is gonna be the same one for Blackboard. That means it is for your student platform. So it is important to keep that email password safe. If for some reason you lose it, don't worry. Just send me an email and I can reset it for you. Send me an email from your personal email and I can provide another one for you. And thank you guys. And just I want to let you know, if you need some information about IT, feel free to contact me. My office is right now is the 208, and I'm sure we are gonna meet sometimes. Today I met some of you, and just I want to say welcome again, and feel free to contact me. Thank you. I'm passing the word to Dr. Kate.
Thank you very much, Ricardo. And again, we usually takes us like a whole day, a whole afternoon to do a new student orientation. So we're glad that we can do it through Zoom and a lot shorter. We're almost done with orientation, at least our part, and then we want to open it up for any questions that you may have. I wanted to share some information about financial aid with you. Our director of financial aid is Araceli Acosta. And she's been Mary, and let me just say this, Mary has been at BUA for 44 years. Okay, so she started when she was 10 working here at BUA. And then Araceli's been here, I think, over 30 years by now as well. So they have a lot of experience ready to help you with anything that we can. Financial aid, Araceli Acosta, we have an office here to serve you. If you're eligible for Pell Grant, federal financial aid, you're able to receive that here at BUA because we are certified by the state of Texas and we are also an accredited university. You see there on the screen the maximum amount of FAFSA, if you're eligible for that you could receive for the entire year. You may be eligible for all of it or just part of it. But if you think you're eligible, just contact Araceli Acosta, financial aid at bua.edu. You could also, if you qualify, you can apply for a federal loan. That's money from the federal government that you don't have to pay back to them until after you graduate. Just keep that in mind. That we don't recommend that as our first choice, but if it's something that you need to do and you want to do, you're able to apply for federal loans right here at BUA. Also, we have some limited federal work study opportunities. If you're here in San Antonio and you're able to work, come to BUA and do some work and help pay off your balance, you can do that. And Mary, I don't know if you saw her message a little while ago, earlier today, she sent an email to your email that she has on file for you, to each of you, about work study opportunities we have here at BUA. So the email has a list of positions that are open right now, and those are to work here on campus. And there's a link there that you can click on and apply for one of the positions or multiple positions. But you need to apply one time for each position. So if you want to apply for two, you need to submit two applications, put the name of the position on the application, choose the supervisor for that position, and then submit your application. So federal work study, it's a great opportunity. We also offer work study for students that are not eligible for federal financial aid, international students and such. We provide that opportunity as well. If you're an international student, you're F1 international student, you can work on campus up to 20 hours a week. The maximum you can work is 20 hours a week here on campus, and there's opportunities for you to do that. Also, if you're a veteran from the Armed Forces of the United States of America, you are able to use your VA benefits here at BUA as well. Next slide just has information on some additional scholarships. We have the Merit Scholarship. If you're a first-time student and you have a GPA, grade point average from high school or college of 3.5 or above, you can apply for this scholarship. And then after that, you just got to keep a GPA of at least 3.0 so that you can continue getting that scholarship. One of our BUA here, we focus on three things. We call it our ABCs. The A is for affordable, the B is for biblical, and C is for cross-cultural. We are very affordable compared to other schools, 4 to 6 times more affordable than most private universities. Like we've talked about already, we're built on the foundation of the Word of God and Jesus Christ, and then we have students from an average of 18 to 20 countries every semester. So anyways, the A is for affordable. We have a general scholarship that you can apply for, that all students are able to apply. It's not a guarantee that you will get it, but very likely that you will, okay? So just make sure you apply for that. Church matching scholarship. If you're a member of a Christian church and your church decides to give you a scholarship and send that scholarship here to BUA, we can give you an additional scholarship to match whatever your church sends, up to $500. So if your church sends you $500 scholarship here to BUA in your name for you, BUA will give you another $500 to go along with that. So that becomes $1,000 scholarship. And then if this is your first time as a student at BUA, degree student at BUA, and if you're enrolled in 12 hours or more, you will get a first-time student scholarship of $500. So if you haven't applied for these scholarships yet, you see the deadline there on top. You have until September 23rd, so a little bit, about a month to turn that in, and so that we can process that, or we can apply it to your account, and that would help you out a lot. Next, this is the last screen here, and then I'll let y'all ask questions. If you're a member of a church that belongs to the Baptist General Convention of Texas, and you have you sense a calling from God to serve and work at a church, full time or part time after you graduate, you're able to apply for what's called ministerial financial assistance. I believe all that information may have been sent to you already. If not, you can get it from the financial aid office. The deadline to apply for that is also September 23rd. So September 23rd is a big date for you, so that you're able to apply for all these scholarships if you're eligible for them. And then there's an additional scholarship. That one it's a yearly thing. Opens up soon, all the way through April 15. Also, if you're a member of a Baptist General Convention of Texas church, you may be eligible for that as well. And through the year, that's why your BUA email is so important. Our financial aid office will share information with the students about other scholarships that become available. One of our goals is for you to graduate from BUA with no kind of student debt, for you to be free to pursue your dream and we'll do our best to help you do that and get you going with no student debt, if at all possible. I believe that's the last one on my slides. You see there the email for financial aid, financial.aid@bua.edu. Araceli Acosta, her number is there, which is the school number, extension 214. All right, so at this point, we just want to kind of open up for any questions that you have. I don't know, I don't see any questions on the chat. If you have any questions that you want to ask, this is a good time for you. So feel free to unmute yourself, turn on your microphone so that we can hear you, and we can do our best in answering any questions you may have. Any questions?
No.
Nobody said no? Yeah, if you got questions, Fern, can you go to full screen where we can see everybody? Yeah, just kind of wave and we'll give you. There you go, Gustavo.
Yes, sir.
What can we do for you, brother? What questions do you have?
I do have a question. I'm enrolled for my classes already, but I haven't paid anything. So classes start on Monday, right? Do I have to pay before the first day of school of the class, or I can pay after?
The ideal thing is that you pay before then.
Yeah.
And I think Ricardo kind of showed us how to do that. And
Yeah, I saw it, but I want to see how can I use my FAFSA money to pay the tuition.
okay. Have you applied for FAFSA already?
Mhm.
All right. So if it has been approved, have you got a notification that it has been approved?
I did, but from FAFSA, not from BUA.
All right. I would say contact our financial aid office,
Okay.
and just to make sure that we show that in your account. And then you should be able to pay for that through Blackbaud. If you've enrolled already, Ricardo can correct me. You have already received a notice about BUA email, right, Ricardo?
Yeah, he's on the list, and I already sent to him the email.
Yeah.
You
Does
can
that
access it.
notice go to their personal email so they can set it up?
That's correct.
Yeah.
I sent it to both. Yeah.
If you have already chosen your classes, you should have received an email from Ricardo that has your BUA email information.
Yes, sir.
You can log into that. You should be able to see your account, and you should be able to make payment in your account. You can pay the entire amount, or you can split it in 4 payments. You can pay 25% right now, and then every month, and that'll create a payment plan, and you'll be done paying it in November. All right.
Yeah.
So if you haven't gotten the email from Ricardo about your Blackbaud email, just let Ricardo know. And,
Yeah, I got the email.
you got it? All right. So once you log into Blackbaud, you should be able to see your balance. You even should be able to see if your FAFSA has been collected, Ricardo. And if it has, you can just pay your whole bill. You can just pay 25% of it.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, you're welcome. Yeah, just
Michael
wait.
called.
Obed, good for
Michael
you,
can call.
brother.
Michael needs to call now with you.
It looks like Fabian has a question also.
All right, Obed.
Yes. Hi.
Hey,
Hello, everyone. So I have a question, but before that, hello, everyone. Thank you, Ms. Rangel, for all the help and the patience, and Dr. Jaquez, thank you for the cookies. No, my question is, applying for the work study, can we go ahead and start that right away, or do we have to wait till Monday?
You should have received an email from Mary already.
I did.
Just determine what position you want to apply for. Click on the application. You need to fill one application per position you want to apply for.
Sounds good. That's all. Thank you, guys.
All right. Who's next? Hello.
Hello.
Fabian and then Jamilet. Fabian, what could we do for you?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can only see like the top of your head, but we
All
can.
right. Yeah, so my question is, if my financial aid covered my tuition and I don't have a balance, these other private scholarships, can they still be applied for as a credit towards my next semester? How does that work? This is my first time coming back to school
Yeah,
in like about 20
thank you.
years.
Really, the scholarship, it's only applicable if you need it. Yeah,
Okay,
you need it in your account. Mhm.
okay.
Good question. Yamilet.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
So, hi. So I was checking my billing account and it says that I owe $6,000, but I already have make some payments. So are you guys still working on the system?
Yeah, please, I would say contact the business office, or you can come by tomorrow. If you're on campus and you're able to, and see what's going on with your account. You want to make
Okay.
sure that, especially if you already paid, that
And I
is
have
shown.
that too.
Yeah, so just come by or just call the school tomorrow.
Okay,
All right,
perfect.
awesome.
Gracias.
Anything else? Any questions?
I have a
Anything?
question.
Yes.
Hi, I'm gonna ask, do I need to be registered first before I choose my classes?
The registration is basically you choosing your classes.
Okay,
And what program are you in?
human behavior.
Yes. So if you haven't been contacted yet, Dr. Albert Smith should be in contact with you. He'll be your advisor. He will help you choose your classes. And you can also email him at albert.smith@bua.edu. He'll help you choose your classes, and then after that, you can make payment and all that good stuff.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much.
Sure. Anything else?
Hi, I have a question. I already registered and pick my courses. In
Mhm.
Blackboard, I enter and see them, and there is like the link in order to enter for the online courses and the ones that are in person to know the name of the teacher and the room, the classroom and everything.
Yes, Ricardo, you want to say a little bit more about that?
Yes, that's correct. You're gonna see everything there.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
you're gonna see the list of all the classes you are enrolled, and then you can see all the details. If you see something that is you don't recognize, contact your advisor, and then you can talk about it. If there is something to correct, the advisor is gonna contact the registrar to do those changes.
Yeah. And
Okay,
you should
thank
be
you.
able to, thank you, Ricardo. You should be able to also contact your teachers, professors, and ask any clarification questions that you may need an answer for. Mhm. Anything else?
I do have a question if no one is talking.
Sure.
Does any of y'all speak Spanish, the professors? Just like,
Yes, a lot of our professors are bilingual, not all of them, but most are for sure. I mean, most of our staff is bilingual as well,
okay,
but a lot of our professors do. And if they're not, they're very aware, right, that some of our students may struggle a little bit with English, and they'll do their best to work with you
got it.
for sure.
Thank you.
Very cool. Anything else? Dwayne.
Yeah, I just had a quick question. Is there going to be any type of app for us to be able to access this stuff a little bit easier, or is it always going to be on the computer? Does it make sense for like the Blackboard or whatever it's
Yeah,
called?
the Blackboard. It is there is no app, but it has responsiveness. So that means you can access on your on any browser on your cell phone or on any mobile device on an iPad, and the screen is gonna fit the size of your screen. So it has responsiveness. Yeah.
I did want to clarify something on work study. I mean, the fact that you apply doesn't mean you're gonna receive it, right? And that's there on my email to you as a student. But just want to make sure that if there's any confusion on that, that you can I can clear that out. If you're selected to be interviewed, the first supervisor will interview you, and then they'll make a decision on who will take on those jobs. Anything else? All right. Well, feel free. You all know how to reach out to Mary, right? So I don't even have to tell you what her email address is. If anything, just admissions@bua.edu. Like I said, we're here already, 8 to 5. Tomorrow registration, 9 to 5. School number 210-924-4338. You can ask for any of us and they'll connect you. Gabriel Cortez, Student Services. There's a guy there, Fernando Hill. I don't know if you can see it. He's our recruitment coordinator. He's probably been in touch with a lot of you. And our president, we're all here to, Ricardo, we're here to serve you. We have faculty that's ready to serve you. And we're just excited that you're connecting to BUA. Again, if you have not enrolled yet, but you've applied, if you've been accepted, reach out to Mary right away, to your advisor if you already know who that is, and we'll connect you right away. We need to get you in, right, so you can start your classes on Friday. Again, God bless y'all. Fern recorded this session, so he's going to send a link to Mary, and she'll forward it to you, to your email, in case you want to kind of listen to everything again and you miss us too much. You can't wait till Monday. You can watch it again over the weekend. So anyways, just if you have any questions, especially that technology piece that Ricardo shared with us. And of course, we're already always available to help you and answer any questions you have. So thank you so much. If you allow me, let me pray with you.
Fabian, did you have one more question?
Fabian, yes.
Yes. So I'm assuming there's like a worst case. I know we want to be positive, but there's a worst case scenario type of plan in the event that the COVID flares up and there's no in-person classes that's going to be permitted.
That's an outstanding question. Yes, the plan, if you were given another county or city or state or national order to stay home, and all the face-to classes will be basically switched to Zoom. Okay, and we're not anticipating that. I think things look like they're getting a little better. So we are proceeding as if nothing like that's going to happen. But if it does, for sure, we'll go to Zoom. The semester will continue. We were able to do that in March, and we're ready. Now we're even readier than we were then. So
yeah, about that, we had some experience on that, so we can handle it.
Yeah. And now we're really a lot better positioned to do that transition that we were then. So we're ready. If that needs to happen, great question, brother.
I had a positive case myself, but I got over it some months back. In the event there's any new students that have a positive case, you did state that there's going to be some allowance of grace between them and their professor, correct, for makeup work, because some of the students might be out up to 2 weeks, week and a half.
Right, and that's on those protocols that Mary sent out to you guys. If there's one of you gets sick, has to stay home, the instructor's going to work with you, right? They're going to work with you to make sure that you don't fall behind and that you can continue with your school. So we're ready to do that as well. They're aware, and they're ready, because we know these are crazy times, and we just got to be ready for anything. All right. Well, let me pray, and then we'll let you all go. And again, thanks you for making the time. Appreciate you. You bless us. You bless us just by thinking about BUA. So let me pray with you. God, thank you so much for each of these men and women that you've sent our way here at BUA. I pray, God, for a very special blessing on each of them, their families, their loved ones. God, just pray that you help them as they start this journey here at BUA. We know that you have brought them here for a purpose. And I pray, God, that that purpose will be fulfilled in their lives, through their lives as they take this step. Keep them safe, keep them well, just help them in this transition, and just that they may have a clear sense of your presence and guidance in their lives as they begin. We love you, God. Thank you for loving us first. We pray in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
God bless y'all. Take care. We're here for you. And we'll see you soon, whether in Zoom or in person. We'll see you soon.
Good night, everybody.
Night. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Yes.